Now, one of the nice things about having not gotten that many rewards or having things not quite be the way you'd like them to be is that it kind of frees you up to sort of just totally pivot. And so it's actually sort of a nice thing. I mean, of course, you might like to have more rewards, etc., but basically, there's not a lot attaching you to any given bad situation if the situation is bad enough. It's kind of perfect, actually, because if a situation is bad enough, unless you're forced there, such as, there are many factors, right? But unless you're like locked into a room or something, if it's a bad enough situation, there's probably not that much holding you to it that you wouldn't really prefer to have otherwise anyway. And therefore, I was just basically like, it's an ongoing thing with the dishwashing and stuff. I'm still thinking of the 10-day plan here, but yet another person was telling me like, hey, this is how you wash dishes. This is the way to do it. You gotta, not that you gotta do it that way. He didn't say that, but this is the way to do it. And I'm like, look, I look forward to the day that people actually give me a chance to do this my way and see if this turns out to be some horrible catastrophe. Because if it's about just breaking me like a horse, then I'm not going to do that. I'm going to run free. If it's about, I told the guy, I was like, I'll quit today. And the thing is, I haven't gotten that many rewards. I think I get a decent amount of rewards money-wise in this job, but not really that much. I mean, not that couldn't be replicated, and it's just like, but the funny thing is, like, I go back and the rest of my life is actually like no rewards, and so it's like, all right, FAFO, no reward. Oh wait, no, fuck around. No, that was something else. I had a post on Substack, on Matthew's Substack, called No Rewards, or whatever. Anyway, and well, the FAFO thing, it's funny because I rarely use like sort of new terminology and stuff. I tend to find that very, very irritating, and you can usually tell like several strings that ties it to a worse outcome for everybody. But using the new language, newspeak, right? But in any case, man, I mean, it's like, yeah, so I'm not having a great time back where I live, and like it seems like the job I might not be treated very well. It's like, yeah, well, guess what? I mean, I don't know how much you guys want me here, but the actual managers, like the manager, he's pretty nice. Like if it was him, okay, great. But like it's not going to take much. It's not going to take too much for me to say, well, this just isn't worth it for me, because the whole fucking shit isn't worth it for me. It's funny too, because it's always like reverse psychology, or it's always like somebody saying the exact opposite of what you're feeling, etc. So like I had a boss somewhat recently, who said like, oh yeah, like you want to keep track of like how much money you're making here, tips, whatever, she want to keep track of your tips. She's like, so you'll know if it's worth it for you. And it's like, I like that job. I actually did. And I did. They counted me as quitting. They said they considered it quitting, but I didn't quit. And I liked that job a decent amount, actually. I really did. So yeah, but like this job, it's like I've never had somebody jump on me so fucking quickly and just try to like break me down and push me down. It's like, you want to push my fucking face down into the fucking dirt? You'll see how quickly I'm not here anymore for you to abuse. And Matt, you can call that abuse, period. But it's kind of nice how it works that way. It's like if your situation is bad enough, then there's probably not that much holding you to it where you would prefer to even be there. So the thing is, maybe it's a better idea to think about whether it's not good to be there. So the guy Of course, like the guy I talked to, he was gonna tell the other guy like right away, and that's fine. Or the guy's listening to me like currently, and the car is bugged. What goes along with that is that he's doing the whistling shit again. Like he did the whistling shit either just before or just after saying, "Are you doing okay tonight?" And then he does this like really like obnoxious, abrasive like whistling shit. It's like, oh, so how'd you hear about that? How'd you hear that? Are you spying on me? Are you stalking me? Did people at my previous job tell you guys like this is how you can fuck with them? It's like if you're gonna try to cause me pain, then you're well then I mean obviously it's just not a very respectful situation to me. Now I maintain the option of like literally quitting tonight. So I give me a reason, motherfucker. Give me a reason. I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna be somebody's punching bag. The job isn't this guy has fun causing you pain. The job isn't this guy looked you up and somehow found out whether through some kind of gang stalking connections or what he scoured the internet for the thing that you said, which relatively isn't that much. So he'd probably have to get fairly lucky, or somehow he has some idea of me from like somebody that he knows, or again like maybe he or somebody heard from the previous place I worked like this is what it is. But it seems given that I didn't talk about it there at all, and this is like 45 minutes away from my house, it seems pretty fucking unlikely that he would know about that. So if he's doing that to try to like poke at me, then I've got a series of questions for him about why are you spying on me, why are you stalking me, etc. Or why is somebody else stalking me, what's going on here. But but in any case, like him doing that while asking like, oh, how you doing, like it's like he's basically daring me to say, are you gonna show show some pain from me fucking with you? And it's like A, unprofessional, B, super unprofessional for a new fucking person. You're fucking with them right out the gate. Oh no, he's testing you. Yeah, no. Okay, so what do I get to do to him? What do I see? Here's the thing. I don't want to become like him, so I don't want to fuck with him and try to cause him pain. I'm pointing out that this is an untenable situation for me.
on him.
Oh,
Why do I
dear.
even... I'm on to you.
Who can blame a lady who craves variety? And one day the gentleman stopped calling.
Atlas radioed on ahead. Says you were looking for an invite to the fisheries. Nuts, I say. But if your heads up to the Warp Master's office and find old Peach a research camera, maybe I could manage an invite. Well, what was that? My friend, you are fucked. I'm sending something first. I'll watch your back. It's too tough for you. Look on the conveyor belt. You'll find something to keep you alive. Now, go get that camera and take snapshots of those that crawls on the ceiling. Then I'll let you into the fisheries. Just remember, sonny friend, I smell an ounce of Fontaine on you, and I'll have you in a box.